Have you ever felt like you're just reacting to life? Getting pulled around by events, by your own thoughts, your emotions? Well, our source material for today lays out this really incredible framework for shifting out of that state and into one of, well, conscious creation. It's called PASS, and it basically describes two totally different ways to experience reality.
And this is it. Right at its core, it's this choice between reacting and responding. You see, reacting is all about the past, it's driven by the ego, and the source calls this an experience of illusion. But responding? That comes from a whole different place, a place of peace and wisdom, and that, my friends, is what connects us to reality. This is the pivot point for everything we're about to talk about.
So here's our roadmap for today. We're going to start by looking at these two worlds we can live in, form and space. Then, we'll dive into what it means to be in a state of unconsciousness, and from there, we'll uncover the path to awareness using this PASS method. After that, we'll tap into the real power of the source, and finally, we'll see how to actually use all this to consciously create your own reality.
Okay, let's jump right in. According to the text, our entire life, everything we experience, happens in one of two very distinct realms. You're either in the world of form, or you're in the world of space.
This chart just lays it all out so perfectly, doesn't it? On one hand, you've got the world of form. That's the state of just reacting, of unconsciousness. It's driven by the ego, by everything that's ever happened to you in the past, and our source calls this an illusion. But then, you have the world of space. This is a state of conscious responding, guided by deep wisdom and a sense of peace. And this is what connects us to what's truly real.
Let's dig a little deeper into that first world, the world of form, which is basically described as the state of unconsciousness. For a lot of us, this is kind of the default setting, right? It's where we feel like we're being controlled by things happening to us. So when we're in this state, our reactions are pretty much on autopilot. They're dictated by old habits, old conditioning, and whatever our ego needs in that moment. We're constantly reacting to life situations, to other people. It's that feeling of being completely tangled up in your own thoughts and emotions, just lost in the noise.
So, the big question is, how do you get out of that tangled mess? How do you break free? Well, the source gives us a really clear, really practical bridge to get from that world of form over to the world of space. It's a four-step journey. And here it is, the PASS method. It's an acronym, PASS, and it stands for Present Moment, Acceptance, Still Alert Awareness, and Space. This is the actual sequence that can walk you out of that unconscious reaction and into a conscious response. So, the bedrock of this whole thing, the absolute foundation, is the present moment. The text makes it super clear that the now is not just another moment in time, it is the only place where anything ever really happens. It's described as the very essence of who you are, that feeling of I am, and it's the only place you have any real power.
Okay, next up is acceptance. And this is a big one. This isn't about giving up or being a doormat. No way. It's a powerful, active choice to just acknowledge reality exactly as it is. It means you observe everything, what you see, what you hear, what you think, what you feel, without fighting it, without judging it, and, crucially, without instantly reacting to it.
And once you're in that place of acceptance, you can start to cultivate still alert awareness. This is where you learn to become the silent observer of your own mind. It's like, instead of being swept away by every thought that pops into your head, you just sit back and watch them go by, like clouds in the sky. And that simple act of watching is what starts to quiet the mental chatter.
And the destination, the place this all leads to, is what the source calls space. This is described as a field of pure consciousness, a state of deep wisdom and profound peace. They even call it the zero-point field of all possibilities. This vast, creative, inner dimension that is your true, authentic self.
Now, practicing these steps isn't just about changing how you feel in the moment. It's designed to fundamentally shift your entire understanding of who you are. It leads to this incredible realization about your true nature.
And the realization is this simple but earth-shattering statement: I am the source, space. This isn't just a cool affirmation you say in the mirror. It's meant to be a deep inner knowing, a shift in your actual identity.
So what does that actually mean? Well, it's about shifting who you identify with. You stop thinking of yourself as this limited little personal self or this reactive ego. Instead, you start to realize that you are the vast, silent consciousness that is behind all of it. You are the awareness that is experiencing the entire universe. And when you start living from this place, everything changes. You start responding to life from a place of spacious peace. You tap into this deep well of wisdom and creativity you didn't even know you had. You can observe the world without getting sucked into all the drama. You literally access what the text calls universal intelligence.
And that brings us to our final and maybe most exciting part. Because once you realize you're the source, you stop being just a passive observer of your life, and you become an active creator of your reality.
And look, we're right back where we started. It all comes back to the power of the now. The present moment isn't just for being aware, it's the workshop. It's the only place where possibilities can be made real, or, as the text says, actualized.
Now this is the secret sauce. This is the core instruction for how to create. It's not about wanting or wishing or hoping. It's about embodying the feeling of your desired reality right now in this present moment. You have to act, think, and feel as if what you want is already here.
So let's put it all together. Here's the full process. Step 1, you get into the present moment. Step 2, you remember your true identity as consciousness, as the source. Step 3, you generate the genuine, real feeling of already having what you desire. And from that state, from that feeling, the possibility becomes actual. It becomes your reality. So, we'll end on this thought. This framework isn't just a cool technique for finding a little peace. It is a radical redefinition of who you are and what you're capable of. It suggests you're not just a pawn in the game of life. You are the source from which the entire game comes. Which really only leaves one question, doesn't it? If you are the source, what reality will you create?